Now, what I'm going to be doing, I've been reading about the what's going on in the economic world on the world stage. So this video is kind of about that. So I want to stay there because I want you guys to be aware. I talked about this before, and I just want to talk about it again. Right? You guys, I talk about the de-dollarization or the de-industrialization of the West. It's happening. It's true. For the ones who didn't get to see the video, just to get back into it a little bit, the U.S. currency is now competing with a monetary system called the BRICS, with Brazil, China, Russia, India, and a lot of other countries, North Korea too. Guys, what you guys are not getting right now is that China, especially, are now forcing countries to ditch the dollar. India ditched the dollar today. They're not using it. There is 40 countries waiting to join the BRICS. 40 nations, guys, want to be on board with them and use their monetary system. One of the requirements to be with the BRICS is that you got to ditch the US currency. So that there's going to be more nation using the US currency, using the BRICS currency than the US currency. I'm not saying the US currency is going to completely stop being used on the world stage. It won't. But it's not going to be the main currency. It won't. I'm sorry, guys. It won't. And very, very soon, it's probably going to be 10, 20 tops percent of the world trade is going to be done in US currency. Probably less than that for the way things are going. Because they're ditching it. China dumped already 78 billion of US Treasury, and they're getting ready to dump more in the third quarter of this year. Every time they dump US Treasury bonds, it inflate our economic. It inflate the US currency, meaning price of goods get more expensive. Another article I read, mortgages, people, man, guys, people are losing their house. I'm reading this. I mean, guys, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. It's not like I want to give this, but this is all that's out there. I mean, every time I decide to do more research, I was like, oh my God, it's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. You guys need to be aware of this. Guys, if you have debt, you're in a lot of trouble. The only people that's going to survive this is people with a small amount of debt or people who are debt free. They're the only one that's going to survive this. What's put in place is the destruction of the US currency. And it's happening right now. And if you can't see it, you're seriously indoctrinated. Okay? It cannot be hidden. You can't hide it anymore. It's right in our face. No one can afford anything anymore. By the time they're finished with the West, you're going to be paying $20 for a bread. Okay, guys? I'm going to repeat that. By the time they're finished, you're going to be paying $20 for a bread. The BRICS created, Goldman Sachs created the BRICS, and a lot of you guys are not aware of that. In 2001, the head of the US Treasury is a board member of Goldman Sachs. I'm just going to leave it at that. Everything that's happening right now, folks, it's all from within. Guys, watch your money. You're not being cheap. You're being penny wise. Watch what you spend. Watch where you go. And stretch your money. Guys, I don't care how much money you have. The rich are going to suffer from this. Yes, they will. Because the rich have debt too. Middle class, the little middle class is there, they're going to suffer. The poor are going to feel it the most, which is like 80 to 85% of the population. And it is what it is. The middle class is no longer there. It's gone. After COVID, gone. And this is what's getting ready to happen. All right, guys? They are destroying the dollar, and you guys need to be aware of it. Guys, be prepared for what's coming, because next year, this time, whatever your financial situation is, if you're in difficulty and you don't make any adjustment, multiply that by 10. Okay, I'm going to say this one more time. Next year, this time, whatever your financial situation is, if it's bad, which is most people, and if you don't make any adjustment on your spending and how you live, multiply those financial difficulties by 10. Okay? And I hope this message register with the person it's supposed to register with. All right, guys? And I just want to make you guys aware of that. All right, guys? Ciao.